Hi, I'm Will from Tested.
I'm Norm from Tested.
Norm, it's winter time. That means, you know, we're riding the bus, we're riding the train.
And it's cold.
Well, not here, actually.
No, actually, it's just kind of
been kind of nice.
Foggy and sometimes sunny.
Yeah.
We get no snow.
So while I was testing these isotoner gloves out, I got a lot of really weird looks on the train because it's been like 65, 70 degrees.
In San Francisco, unless you're kind of a snob.
Germaphobes.
Yeah, okay.
Don't forget the germ. I mean, riding BART feels a lot safer when I have a thin layer of cloth between myself and all the fecal matter on the seats.
Anything. You're going to rub the seats. So last week, we did a quick loop of this.
Those are the Swipe Gear gloves. They're about $30. They're knit gloves. So one of the things we talked about in the quick look is that knit gloves do not do particularly well in wind and rain. So they're more like put your hands in your pocket. Hey, stop spitting on my gloves. Stop.
These do suck in the wind.
Spitting on my...
It's so cold.
You suck in the wind. They're good for putting in your pockets. So if you're wearing an overcoat, you're walking from the train to work or whatever, you put them in your pocket, your hands stay warm. Now these gloves are a little more hardy. They're still not like go out on the farm and you know, hunt elk or anything like that gloves. These are isotoner gloves, and they have conductive patches in the fingertips of the thumb and the index finger as well.
As indicated by the silver
You can tell because they're the silver chunky parts. And if you feel those, they're rough. They're like, it's almost like they're embroidered.
Yeah, the texture is different.
And they're a little recessed from the fleece.
Okay.
There are two things that I immediately noticed about these gloves. One is that it is really, really hard to type. They're good for like unlocking and browsing, maybe tapping links, stuff like that.
Okay.
But they're not real good for like fine work. You're gonna have a hard time thumb typing.
Let's see you type a tweet out.
I'm going to make. Oh, you want me to tweet something? Okay.
Yeah. See, it looks fine.
I am Will Smith. This is
You're getting maybe like a 30%
really
accuracy hit rate.
hard to type with. Yeah, and that's what I ended up with.
That's not very good at all.
No, it's not good for typing at all. They worked a little bit better on the iPad, but I feel like you're probably going to use your phone with this type of product more often than not. However, what I will say is that these gloves are both lined and they have a little bit of a shell, so they do work better in the wind and the rain. They were uncomfortably warm riding on the train when the train's 75 or 80 degrees. So you actually want to take them off when you get on the train versus those knit gloves, which I wore the whole ride, no problem.
What about if you went like skiing with those? Would you do that?
I think that these are probably not the right gloves to go skiing. Like I want
still too thin.
There's too thin, not enough insulation.
No thinsulate.
Yeah, like if I was going skiing and I wanted to be able to take off, I would wear mittens over top of those knit gloves, I think, before I would wear a pair of gloves like these. They also have this weird kind of like super textured grippy stuff. It looks like it would work with the phone, but it doesn't, which is a little bit annoying, even though it has this weird shiny conductive stuff.
And the index finger.
Only in the thumb and the index finger, and the places in the thumb and index finger are not centered right. So you can't really tell this, but like right now, the pad of my finger is right on this seam, not actually on the place that you're going to hit with the conductive area. So I got to give these a thumbs down. They're definitely warmer. I think you're probably better off with a stylus or like a sausage or something like that than using these if you live someplace where it's really cold, like Chicago or Boston.
The lesson learned from having tested a couple of these is that you can't just look at them online and buy them, expect them to work perfectly. It's something that actually is better if you go to like a kiosk in a mall or a store and try them on and type on your phone first, rather than just, capacitive gloves, they'll work in the winter.
And yeah, it's important to note, these might work better if you have a different shaped hand than me. I mean, these are the medium gloves, which is what the sizing recommendation said would fit on my hand. Yeah, depending on what kind of grip you use on your phone, they may or may not work better. I am not particularly impressed with these, and they're definitely too warm for San Francisco. So these are the Isotoner capacitive touch gloves for use with iPhones and Androids and stuff like that. They're okay. They're warm. They're not particularly good at capacitive typing.
On good capacitive
I
gloves.
like those. I know people didn't like them. If you live in a temperate climate, those Swipe Gear gloves are still rad.
They're pink on the inside.
For Tested, I'm Will.
I'm Norm.
Bye.